Hi. So today's video is about creative self-expression, which is the part that a lot of people are like, what does that mean exactly? So creativity is my thing. I'm all about bringing the creativity out because the creativity part of us is the part that is able to connect um, to others and to our bigger purpose. So I'm thinking here like a lot of, let's say, bankers, lawyers, accountants, people who are in this sort of logical world. It tends to be that they write an email and it's very sort of I don't want to say uptight, but it is a bit uptight. And so so basically, we're trying to get to a place where the communication is more flowy and more authentic, essentially. So when we bring out, because we're in these jobs that are taking so much out of us in terms of time and energy and everything else, what happens is it leaves very little room for us to do whatever our creative thing is. If our creative thing is cooking or writing or gardening, whatever, we have to really kind of carve out the time to do it because actually that is going to help with our self expression, which then filters into every area of our life. How we're self expressing at work, how we're self expressing in our relationships, how we're self expressing with our family, how we're self expressing in every aspect, with our children, in every aspect of our life. So essentially, it's very much in our interest that we get the creative juices flowing so that our self expression can be at its highest and at its best. So this video is about pointing that out because it's easy to have so much going on that we kind of let that drop. So when we have free time, we're kind of zonked out in front of the TV or just zoned out in whatever way we can because we just feel like the brain has been worked. But actually, creativity does the opposite because it adds energy into our body. And it's one of those things that the more we do, the more creative we feel, the more the juices are flowing, the more our communication gets better. So it kind of is a circle that runs in a really nice way. And if we get that going, we're going to notice very quickly how our communication improves at every level, whether we're in the supermarket or whether we're talking to a relative or where something like becomes more um, fluid and more pleasant and more just more true. And I think that's a very, very, very important thing to keep in mind because just notice when you're like writing an email and because the energy with which that's going out is how it's going to be received, and it's going to lead to the results, and it's going to lead to how you influence others and how you impact the world and how you um, you know share who you are in the world. So creativity leads to that. It leads to that creative self-expression where you're expressing yourself in whatever way gives you pleasure. It's so personal, your way to choose to self-express, but it leads into the all the rest of the communication that happens in your world. So keep an eye on that and see how that goes. And let me know as you see progress and as you find your natural voice. Share, please. I know again, it's not natural for this community to be to be adding comments or anything because it's never this community that's like on the comment section. But I think it's good to start getting out there and putting our things. I mean, even me, I watch so many amazing videos and I read all these comments. I kind of think I wish I could, but I have to these days like decide to do it because now I see that I'd like some comments on mine. So begin self-expressing, but before you can begin to self-express, get the creative juices rolling. Then you start to feel like doing it, even if you don't do it for a while, like where I was at. And then you'll get to a place where you just so naturally want to self-express. And I think that's a place where we're really like our voice is being heard and we want to share our voice. So yeah, I think this is an important message, and I hope it's helpful to you. And please share it with others who might also enjoy this. And subscribe to the channel so you get more of these very helpful videos from me. And I wish you a wonderful day. And until the next conversation, bye.